What the f is going on? Have we lost all control, lost all morals, lost all respect for ourselves? I'm speechless, frankly. We gotta get our together, because this is not it.
53 people were arrested, including 9 minors, when post-Pride parade crowds got rowdy. Police issued a mass arrest order after people started shoving each other along Clark Street. 14 of those arrested face felony charges, including weapons charges and battery against an officer. Police say they confiscated 4 guns during the commotion.
So from my experience, what I witnessed was just a lot of young black adults who were losing their goddamn mind outside. You know, I've been real hesitant on even making this video. I've been sitting on this idea for about 2 weeks, and I know this could go either way. I don't even care at this point because it makes me sad. And I know that Chicago is better than this. I know my culture, black people, we're better than this. So Pride Fest happened about 2 weeks ago here in Chicago, and of course there's a really large community of LGBTQ+ people here in Chicago, and we even have our own neighborhood, which is North Halsted, aka Boys Town. And every year there's a parade on Sunday, and there's like some vending and like street fests that happen on Saturday and Friday, and it's a really great occasion. A lot of people showed up this year. I go every year. I love going to Pride Fest. It's such a beautiful occasion. And I don't know if you've heard, but by the end of the Pride Parade on Sunday, there was some news coverage on this, and it was about 50 people got arrested. It kind of went on past regular hours. It dragged on, and the only reason I want to talk about this is because I was there. I saw it firsthand, and it was pretty extreme. I haven't seen anything to this magnitude, and it really made me sad, honestly. What I witnessed, what I saw that day. So in the news coverage, I think a lot of what was shown was the aftermath when the police were like corralling and pushing people. Some arrests were happening, some fights broke out. For me, I actually was walking around there trying to get to my friend's house, and this was about like 10 p.m. 11 p.m. We were gonna hang out, and I had to cross Halsted. Like, it was packed. The whole street was like corralled of just young black kids, young adults, just drinking, twerking on stuff, going crazy, almost fighting each other. Just a lot going on, a lot of smoking weed. I smell a lot of weed, and I almost got punched in the face, honestly, because I bumped into someone while I was trying to get through, and she was holding her drink, and I accidentally bumped into her. I said I was sorry, but she flipped out. She was like, she like went all out, and I was like, girl, it's not that serious. Like, what are you doing out here in the streets anyway? Almost everyone was black. Everyone was black. Maybe there was a couple other races mixed in there, but it was heavy black. And I know like Chicago already, and this is something I talk about in my channel, but Chicago's like a strangely segregated city anyway. The police were in the middle of the street, almost corralling everyone to the sides, trying to control it, but then also blocking off streets so that they didn't go further than just Halsted. It was strange. I just want to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about, because I did not film it. I'm so sorry. I was trying to get out of there. I found some clips, and we can just kind of like watch them together. Okay, so Chicago Pride. So here's like some example of them just like twerking on their cars, just out in the street, having a good time. Of course, it's Pride Fest. Like, I totally get it. We all want to have fun, but like the extreme of I'm gonna jump on something and start twerking, it blows my mind. I don't know when. Oh, look at some double dutch. That's cute. That's saying something. It got a lot worse at night, because once you get drinking, that party don't stop. They just kept going. You know, just drinking, partying in the streets, on poles, on the stoplights. I don't even know if all these kids are of age. Bruh. I'm sure if we did a tally, there'd be a lot of underage drinking from kids too. Twerking on cars, of course, more twerking, and then they're all filming it. So again, a lot of just like booty shaking, grinding. Who doesn't love to get out there and shake your ass? Like, have a great time. It's Pride, let loose. Like, honestly, I've seen so many scandalous things from every year. There's scandalous things that happen. That's just Pride Fest. People who are half naked, people who are naked, people who are like I've seen some stuff, but to this magnitude, real late at night, like it wasn't dying down. It seemed like even when I was there, just like packed with people. So I understand bringing in the police to even monitor it, because it was just getting out of control. Like, as it's getting later and it's getting dark, it's dark out, and they're climbing on cars. Like, girl, your ass is out. Your ass is out. It's just wild. I like, what? So this is the aftermath of what I think a lot of the press was showing. So the police was corralling people, and frankly, they aren't the bad guys. And I don't want anyone to view this as like, oh, Chicago police, once again, they're terrorizing. Like, they were actually just trying to control it. The police started like being like, you guys gotta go. You can't be out here twerking on each other into the next morning. Like, it was not gonna stop unless there was some kind of force to get them moving. I was brave enough even to walk through the street, walk across Halsted to try to get to my friend's house. Like, I should have just stayed home. I'm making this video, this is my experience. This is just my feelings, my reactions. It's something that I feel strongly connected to, almost as like a big sister. It almost hits pretty personal to me because I have younger siblings who I feel like the younger generation, even before me, I'm not even that old, especially in the Black community, there doesn't seem to be as much of that stricter respect that I grew up on, doing stuff that I would get my butt whooped as a kid for doing. But at the end of the day, I had respect for myself, respect for those around me, and I was brought up and taught not to act a certain way in public. And I grew up in the south outskirts of Chicago, suburbs of Joliet. It's a pretty big town. Frankly, even though like the school, of course, there were some fights that happened, some issues with maybe gangs, drugs, things like that. But I haven't seen this uprising from the youth that I had when I was younger. And I don't know if you're also seeing this. It's just me. I'm just kind of puzzled and worried for the generation coming up.
A great video that's worth checking out is this one by Tony Brianne, and she goes into depth about this rise of humiliation within the Black community, especially when it comes to social media and reality TV. And she's right. I mean, what we consume and sell out to and just promoting is these stereotypes that are toxic. A lot of fighting, a lot of just being crazy on TV for money, for clout. Is the community embarrassed at all for exploiting this kind of stuff? And how far is too far? So I found this video really interesting. I'll put a link down below in the descriptions if you're interested. What she doesn't go into in this video is more of the music side of this, and you can see a lot of rappers, singers who exploit this kind of over-sexualized content. And the kids look up to this, people look up to this. When are we gonna look at our content that we praise so much and question it? When do we put our foot down? When do we hold ourselves to a high value?
There is Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Lotto. As a female rapper nowadays, all you really have to do is make decent, good enough music and be attractive and shake your ass and you'll have instant success.
And something that I have been seeing more and more lately is this kind of like public partying that is coming from the Black community, just in random areas. I often see a lot of cars that are parked and people will just party with their doors open, blasting their music somewhere like on the street. And like really populated areas too. Sometimes it's populated areas, sometimes it's just like in a neighborhood, just kind of drinking and twerking on the sidewalk and on their cars. And it's just an interesting way to have fun.
Excuse. Hey, shawty, check it out. You got the whole world in your pants.
Wearing like real tight clothes, like booty butt shorts, practically panties, tiny bras, like not it's wild. It's just feels so foreign from what I'm used to and what I grew up on. I'm trying to speak almost as like a big sister here. Like together, I don't know if there's a lack of grandmas out there and a good little belt or something, a good little wooden spoon to to get smacked on the butt, because I got some whoopings when I was a kid. But sometimes there needs to be structure in someone's life, in a kid's life, and growing up. And I don't know if that's there right now. And I'm telling you, there's adults probably in that crowd too, sure, but they should know better. What are they doing out there like that? I don't know what the next year's gonna bring. I don't think it's sustainable. And frankly, I don't even mean to be political here, but the election is huge, and that's coming up this year. If Trump wins and actually goes through with his 2025 plan as presidency, it's really strict. It's strict on LGBT rights. So will there even be a Pride Fest anymore? What? I don't know. And then his reign on really getting down on police, more like military force. Will the police use tear gas next time? Will they have guns? Will they be more forceful? I don't want this to get even more dangerous than it has to be. And I think if you're a parent out there, please monitor your kids. Like, we need more parenting to help the youth. We need to help them, because this is not okay. And frankly, it's not all Chicago. I just want to, like, that was extreme. I just had to make that video. I just had to make this video. I felt like it was on my spirit, it's on my heart.
You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
I wish you guys all a really great day. You know, be safe. Don't be twerking on cars. And I'll see you till next time. Bye.